Welcome back everybody to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, Ordinary Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we look at another film in my collection. Today we're looking at Akira Kurosawa's Dreams on 4K Ultra HD from the Criterion collection. Of course, I hope this video finds all of you well. I hope you all have been watching some great movies. I hope you all have been going through your collection. And as always, I hope you all have been enjoying the videos. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click that notification bell when you're done subscribing so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. And of course, if you want to lend an extra helping hand, I do have a Patreon set up where you can get access to early videos like this one, or you can get early access to videos just like the one you're watching right now, along with other really cool exclusives like video essays and other goodies I have available over there. My Patreon is patreon.com/Chicano. Of course, it is not mandatory, but it is appreciated. Either way, I'm happy that you all watch the videos, and let's just get into this because this is one of my favorite films of all time from one of my favorite directors of all time. Of course, I purchased this during the Criterion flash sale, and now I was able to sit down and watch it so that way I can review this for y'all, and as well so I can see if this would land in my top 10 physical media releases of 2023 at the end of the year, and I'm glad I finally got to it. But before we can go ahead and get into the review, let me go ahead and read here from the back, and we can go ahead and go on from there. Unfolding in a series of 8 mythic vignettes, this late work by Akira Kurosawa was inspired by the beloved director's own nighttime visions, along with stories from Japanese folklore. In a visually sumptuous journey through the master's imagination, tales of childlike wonder give way to apocalyptic apparitions. A young boy stumbles on a fox wedding in a forest. A soldier confronts the ghosts of the war dead. A power plant meltdown smothers a seaside landscape in radioactive fumes, interspersed with reflections on the redemptive power of creation, including a richly textured tribute to Vincent van Gogh, who is played by Martin Scorsese. Akira Kurosawa's Dreams is both a showcase for its maker's artistry at its most unbridled and a deeply personal lament for a world at the mercy of human ignorance. And included in this special edition, 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, it is a 4K digital restoration supervised by cinematographer Shoji Ueda, with 2.0 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, one 4K Ultra HD disc of the film presented in HDR, and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. Audio commentary featuring film scholar Stephen Prince. Feature-length documentary from 1990 shot on set and directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. Interviews with production manager Teruyo Nogami and assistant director Takashi Koizumi. Documentary from 2011 by director Akira Kurosawa's longtime translator Catherine Cadu, featuring interviews with filmmakers Bernardo Bertolucci, Alejandro González Iñárritu, Hayao Miyazaki, Martin Scorsese, and others. Trailer plus an essay by film critic Bilge Abiri and Kurosawa's script for a never-filmed Ninth Dream, introduced by Nogami. And of course, this comes in at spine number 842 in the Criterion collection, and this is the front of the packaging. I hope you all can see this. This is the back. This is the side. This is the spine. Open it up, and you get treated to this pretty nice booklet. This is the front of the booklet. This is the back, and then of course you just have here Belge Abiri's Quiet Devastation essay, and then of course you have some stills from the film, and you have a bunch of other cool stuff like that script for that ninth dream that he never put in this film, and then you have of course you have the transfer notes right here about the master, acknowledgements, and all that other wonderful stuff. But yeah, nice little booklet here, and of course at the end here you have this more art. But yeah, and then of course you have the 4K Ultra HD disc right here, and then you have the Blu-ray disc that houses the film as well, along with the special features. And then you have some nice artwork in the back right there. And that's it for the packaging of Akira Kurosawa's Dreams on 4K Ultra HD from the Criterion collection. So I saw this way back when, I think it was 2019 or 2018, in my World Film and Film Theory class, and actually when I finished watching it, I just rated it. I never logged it. I think I was just not in the right headspace and I forgot to actually log it. So for so long it just had a rating on Letterboxd and I never actually had it logged into my films. And I loved it on the first time. I really enjoyed this movie, and I think that it had a lot of interesting aspects of surrealism in there. And I was super excited when this was announced as the first Criterion 4K of Kurosawa to enter the collection. And I said, you know, it is going to be one of my purchases on the flash sale, and I picked it up. And I was able to watch it this week, and I have to say, on a rewatch, Akira Kurosawa's Dreams is even better than the first time. The second time allows a lot of its themes to sit with you since you've already watched it, and I'm able to kind of get more of an idea of what Kurosawa is discussing within this film. I think he's talking a lot about reflection. I think he's talking about aging. He's talking about the war effort. He's discussing all of these things that have created the psyche of Mr. Akira Kurosawa and the things that have, you know, bothered him for so long as well. This film is expertly crafted by Kurosawa and his team. It includes some incredible performances as well. Some of my favorite vignettes are, of course, the two with the child, the one with the dead soldiers, and the Mount Fuji in red. Mount Fuji in red is one of my favorites, but I have to say, it's just an incredible movie. And also it includes Vincent van Gogh. It includes Martin Scorsese playing Vincent van Gogh, which, if that's not enough for you to enjoy this film, I'm not sure what else will make you enjoy it. I think it's a great movie. I think that it's one of Kurosawa's best films. And as I told my wonderful co-host Brad, this is Kurosawa at his most personal and his most surreal, which allows him to play with the narrative and allows him to play with the execution in a way that really sets him apart from the other films he's made. This isn't a samurai film. This is Kurosawa at some of his most unique, but also some of his best. Now, let's talk about the restoration. So, I watched this in 2019. I believe it was on a DVD, or it was a streamed. I'm not too sure what he played, but I'm pretty sure it was a DVD. And I have to say, back then it still looked fine. It looked fine. Of course, I wasn't watching in 1080p, but it looked fine. And I was super excited because this has HDR10. There's no Dolby Vision HDR in this. There's HDR10, and it's a 4K disc. And I said, you know what? They're gonna put their first Kurosawa on the Criterion Collection in 4K. It has to be good. And I'm here to tell you all, the master for this film is fantastic. Of course, I watched this on my Panasonic 4K player on my TCL 4K TV, and I have HDR10 compatibility, and I listened to the audio from my TV speakers, and I loved the resolution. The resolution really heightens the details in this film, especially the presence of the grain. Oh my God, the grain looks beautiful in this movie. It's almost as I'm seeing a newly shot film that's shot on film stock. And I really did appreciate the presence of that grain. Now, it doesn't have a lot of it like the one I watched in 2019 on that DVD, but it is a good amount of grain that is heightened by that detailing with the 2160p output. The grading is beautiful. Those colors are popping on the screen because of the HDR, and they really stand out, especially the scenes with red and green, like Mount Fuji in red. That vignette looks amazing. The blizzard vignette looks beautiful too. Those are all some examples of vignettes where I think that the HDR really worked, especially the one with the child in the first two vignettes. I think that one just marvelous. It looks so good. And even the ones that are dark, like the Dead Soldiers one, I thought wasn't going to look as good, but I ended up being wrong. I thought it looked fantastic and I didn't have a problem with it at all. Of course, the audio sounds really good as well, especially coming out of my TV speakers. I didn't expect for it to sound as great, but actually sounded really clear, really crisp. It sounded balanced. Nothing was really wrong with it. And of course, I'm gonna guess with an actual stereo system, it will work pretty well. And I hope that maybe this month for Black Friday or next month for Christmas, maybe I can get a stereo system. But for now, for what I was able to listen to, it sounded really good. And then, guys, going on to the special features, I mean, you have a good amount of special features here. So for $25, you really can't beat the price. You have a documentary shot by Obayashi. You have documentaries from what's it called? From the translator that has interviews with a bunch of great filmmakers, a lot of them that have taken a lot of inspiration from Akira Kurosawa. And of course, you have a commentary. There's just a good amount of stuff in here to really be worth the $25 right now during the Criterion Barnes & Noble's 50% off sale. That's why I'm proud to say that this is a high recommendation from me. It is one of my favorite restorations of 2023 and is one of my favorite releases from the Criterion collection this year. Will it end up in one of my favorite releases of the year, in my top 10? Who knows? You'll have to wait and see, but this is definitely a runner up there. I have to go ahead and look back at my collection and see what I picked up this year, what came out this year. But of course, highly recommend. If you're a fan of Akira Kurosawa and you haven't watched this film, you need to watch it. Pick up this release. You are not going to be disappointed. To keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, Serialized, and on TikTok. I'm the same handle on all of them. And of course, please make sure you check out The Nerdcore by following our website, thenerdcore.com. Twitch and YouTube is under The Nerdcore. We're doing a lot of really cool podcasts, and I hope you all can go and support us over there. We could really use your support. And of course, my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, I will be back next video with another review. But in the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have been watching some great movies. And let me know in the comments, have you seen this film from Akira Kurosawa? What do you think of it? Do you like this release? And what have you picked up during the Criterion Barnes & Noble sale? And of course, my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.